Hello fellow geeks and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather and I'm glad you're here today because we are going to do yet another training plan review. Now, I've done some of these in the past, and if you missed them before, I'm going to have a link up here and down in the description so that you can catch some of the other reviews that I've done of training plans in the past. But if you've missed those, then usually what I do is I take a couple of different online training plans that are available, talk about how they work, what they look at, and what type of runner they would best be suited for. I've had a couple of people in the comments ask about a couple of different types of training plans that I haven't previously covered, so we're going to be taking a look at those today. Today we're going to take a look at the McMillan Plan, and we're going to take a look at the Another Mother Runner Plan. Again, for both of these, I will be taking a look mostly at the marathon training plan. However, they do have training plans for other distances should you be interested in those. Let's start things off by talking about the McMillan Plan. This is the plan that Coach Greg McMillan talks about in his book, You Only Faster. And if you take a look at it, you're going to get all the information that you need about the McMillan Plan. However, there are some parts of the plan that are available for free online. What's great about the McMillan Plan is that you can take other online training plans from other coaches and you can adapt them in order to work better for your time, ability, and schedule. You start by selecting a plan, even if it's some other coach's plan, and you set a goal for yourself. Then you perform what is called the PRE, or the Personal Running Evaluation, to determine the type of runner that you are. Now, the PRE is also applicable for other sports like cycling or the triathlon. They're very good for people who are limited on time. There are lots of different ways to train, but your individual responses to the PRE are going to determine how successful this is going to be for you. The PRE is going to help you decide if you are better at high endurance or aerobic loads, and that's called the endurance monster, or if you're better at shorter and more explosive training, and that's what's called a speedster. Those aren't the only two options though. There are lots of different variations in between, but those are the main two types that you're going to be looking at opposite ends of the spectrum. This requires you to take an honest look at yourself, your abilities, and the time that you have available, and then custom tailor your training plan. McMillan shows you how to do this in his book, and he has some handwritten examples in order to show you how to figure this out. Once you've determined your training plan, then you're going to start establishing your training phases, your zones, your workouts. He has running calculators that are available online that can do all of the work for you. Once you complete the PRE and make individual adjustments to your plan, then McMillan walks you through all the other areas of individualizing that you'll need, like establishing run paces, reviewing your training zone. You train for endurance, stamina, speed, power. It gives you ideas for how to adjust the plan. And then the book winds down by covering when to race. It expands some existing plans. It gives you a lot of workout suggestions, and he gives you some 10 rules of running, just like a lot of running books will do. So that is an overall view of the McMillan Plan. This is really good for anyone that's looking to adapt a training plan that isn't quite working for them. It's really good for runners that are in a time crunch because it teaches you how to get the maximum efficiency out of a short amount of time. And it's really good for any training level that you're looking at. The drawbacks to using the McMillan Plan would be the plans can still be fairly generic even after you individualize them. The only way to truly have an individualized plan is if you work one-on-one with a coach, and that's going to be true for any online training plan. But this does do really well at trying to cater to the individual runner. If you are interested in McMillan's book, You Only Faster, I'm going to have a link down in the description to where you can find it on Amazon. Take a look at it and see if it's something for you. Moving on, some of you may have heard of the Another Mother Runner program. Another Mother Runner is a group that's headed up by Sarah Bowen Shea and Dimity McDowell. They get a lot of mothers together and try to adapt running to the busy mother's schedule, teaching you how to balance life and family and running and fitting it all together. They're a very great group and they do a lot of great things, and if you're a father, yes, they'll accept you too. One of the things that they offer through Another Mother Runner is the Train Like a Mother program. They have all kinds of training programs for various lengths available, all the way from couch to 5K up to ultra marathoning. They've got something there that's going to help you get to the finish line of your goal race. But today in their Train Like a Mother program, we're going to be taking a look at their marathon plan. This is not one that is available free. However, you can get it fairly cheaply online. Again, this is not an individualized plan. This is a fairly generic plan that's been put together, but it is one that has been successful for a lot of family-oriented people that are trying to balance both family life and marathon training. Now, the AMR marathon program starts assuming that you are able to run at least 8 miles and that you are going for at least 4 months without any major injuries. It's an 18-week plan. The top run is 20 miles and your peak week is around 41 miles. The overall plan includes 4 days of running a week, 1 rest day, and 2 optional cross-training days. The plan is loosely structured for runners that are trying to balance family, work, and running. It lets you know which workouts can be shortened or dropped and which ones you absolutely have to do that week. So if you're trying to balance getting here and there between work and family, then there are some workouts that you can drop but will be beneficial to you if you are still able to get them into your schedule. The plan gives you specific instructions and mindsets for each day's activity. The strength training sessions only last around 5 minutes or so, and they do have follow-along videos available on their website, so if you're not sure how to execute some of the moves, they can show you exactly what to do. Taking a look at this plan, it's good for busy individuals, mothers or otherwise, runners with a solid base of running, and runners that are looking to finish your first marathon. This is also a very good plan for avoiding burnout because there is quite a bit of variety in the program to keep you from getting bored. This program may not be the one for you if you are looking to finish in a certain time. The overall goal of this marathon plan is just to get you to the finish line. However, if you are trying to train for speed, this may not be the one for you. And with only 18 weeks included in the plan and looking at a high peak week of only 45 miles, you may go into the marathon just slightly undertrained. Again, this is done so that you can avoid burnout. However, if you are looking to finish within a certain goal time and a certain pace, then you may want to check something elsewhere. But if you're just trying to get to the finish line and you tend to have a busy schedule and need to know what you can do and what you can potentially drop, then this is definitely going to help you out. So there's 2 more marathon plans that we've taken a look at, the McMillan Plan and the Another Mother Runner Plan. If you found this helpful, make sure that you let me know down below in the comments. Let me know what else you would like to see, because I do take suggestions from my comment section on what to talk about next. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the running content that I have coming out all the time. You might want to even hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload, which happens several times a week. You can also follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can find me across most platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you could be here, and I can't wait to see you next time. Happy running! Once you complete the PRE and the